What if I told you that the rap game just witnessed a move so shocking, so savage, that the entire internet is still scrambling to process it? NBA YoungBoy just dropped a freestyle called Zero IQ. And it's not just another track, it's a full-blown declaration of war that has rappers, influencers, and even social media commentators completely losing their minds. Why is everyone talking about it? Because in this one freestyle, YoungBoy didn't just respond to his haters, he exposed them, humiliated them, and flipped the narrative of the entire rap hierarchy on its head. NLE Cho, I thought he could come for him with a diss track, but instead, he got clapped back in front of thousands of fans, leaving everyone asking the same question: who even dares to step to YoungBoy now? And it doesn't stop there. Controversy exploded on Instagram Live. News outlets started reporting on police concerns at his concerts. And even Charleston White had to step in, warning that some rappers just aren't allowed to touch him. So what exactly happened in Zero IQ? How did a single freestyle ignite a firestorm involving diss tracks, celebrity commentary, police alerts, and a fan frenzy that's forcing tour dates to multiply overnight? Buckle up, because we're about to unravel the chaos, the drama, and the raw truth behind NBA YoungBoy's most shocking moment yet. NBA YoungBoy's latest freestyle, Zero IQ, didn't just drop it, detonated the entire rap scene. Overnight, it became the track everyone is talking about. The one that sent NLE Cho a scrambling, Charleston White weighing in, and even the media questioning who in the rap world could survive under YoungBoy's shadow. But to understand why this is more than just a song, we have to rewind a little. This isn't just about bars and punchlines. It's about reputation, legacy, and power plays. NLE Choa, once a hardcore YoungBoy fan back in 2019, thought he could come at him with his diss track, assuming his commentary on YoungBoy being a bad influence on youth would land. He didn't count on YoungBoy's ability to turn every insult into ammunition. Even Charleston White, notorious for calling out rap industry controversies, had to step in to tell NLE to back off, warning that some moves aren't allowed. The tension wasn't just online chatter, there were real-world consequences. YoungBoy's team, already aware of NLE's attempts to provoke, quietly hinted that the next move would be historic. And when Zero IQ dropped, the world realized they weren't bluffing. The track didn't just fire shots. It built a narrative of dominance. Listeners dissected every line, spotting subtle disses not only at NLE Choa, but at anyone who underestimated YoungBoy's reach or influence. Even DJ Academics, one of the biggest commentators in the rap space, publicly questioned if NLE could ever compete on YoungBoy's level, solidifying the idea that this was more than a feud. It was a statement about the hierarchy of rap itself. And then there was the social media explosion. Clips of YoungBoy's freestyle went viral. Fans reacted in real time, and debates flared on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. But it wasn't just fans. Reports started circulating about YoungBoy's tours, which was already massively popular, and the energy surrounding the track added another layer of intensity. Venues began facing pressure from local authorities worried about crowd control. And the narrative went from diss track to public spectacle. Zero IQ was no longer a song. It was a cultural event, a disruption in the rap game that forced everyone involved, critics, competitors, and fans alike, to take notice. But what really made this scandal blow up wasn't just YoungBoy's bars, it was the backstory. The history with NLE, the subtle jabs at influencers, and even references to past controversies created a perfect storm. And as fans replayed the track, dissected the lyrics, and shared their interpretations, one question began to dominate every comment section: who could even touch NBA YoungBoy now? The answer was simple, yet terrifying for his competitors. Nobody. S0 IQ continued to dominate feeds. The fallout became impossible to ignore. Leaked reports from anonymous sources within the music industry suggested that NLE Choa had quietly tried to rally support from other rappers. But the move backfired spectacularly. One insider claimed he thought he had allies, but YoungBoy's influence is untouchable. Even the people who usually stay neutral were nodding at YoungBoy's dominance. Social media only amplified the drama. Clips of YoungBoy's freestyle went viral, with fans dissecting every bar and turning obscure lines into trending debates. The sheer speed at which reactions poured in was unprecedented. YouTube commentators were scrambling to post breakdowns within hours, while memes portraying NLE Choa as overmatched flooded Twitter. But the chaos wasn't limited to online chatter. Sources revealed that YoungBoy's management team was quietly preparing for unprecedented security measures for his ongoing tour. Reports suggest that over 400 officers were slated to be deployed nightly at his New Orleans shows. With drones and armored vehicles on standby in almost cinematic response to a rapper's influence, even the Louisiana Stadium Exposition District reportedly issued warnings about potential crowd control issues, confirming that the energy surrounding YoungBoy's shows had reached near crisis levels. Meanwhile, YoungBoy's mother weighed in on Instagram Live, calling out NLE Choa's jealousy and accusing him of being bitter over YoungBoy's skyrocketing success. Her comments quickly went viral, further intensifying the public debate and painting NLE as a frustrated competitor rather than a legitimate threat. And then there was Charleston White, known for speaking his mind. He publicly endorsed YoungBoy's restraint, emphasizing that some rappers simply shouldn't engage. According to him, YoungBoy's ability to stay above the chaos while still asserting dominance was what made him untouchable. Fans rallied behind that narrative, sharing clips and screenshots of both YoungBoy and White's statements. Even fake investigative leaks began circulating, claiming that major industry executives were quietly advising other rappers to stay in their lane, a suggestion that only added fuel to the fire. Every reaction, every comment, every viral clip seemed to validate YoungBoy's position at the top. The drama wasn't just contained to the music, had become a full-blown spectacle. A mix of online frenzy, real-world logistical chaos, and personal vendettas. And as the public continued to weigh in, one thing became clear. YoungBoy had orchestrated more than just a response. He had created a cultural earthquake. And everyone caught in the fallout was forced to pick a side. The question lingering in the air wasn't just who won the rap battle, it was who could survive in YoungBoy's world. The aftermath of Zero IQ wasn't just felt online. It spilled into the real world in ways that had the industry and authorities scrambling. Local law enforcement sources reported unprecedented concerns about NBA YoungBoy's upcoming concerts, warning that the combination of his explosive music, massive fan base, and ongoing beefs could lead to unpredictable chaos. Hypothetical investigations were floated by city officials, with some insiders claiming that if things escalated, permits for certain venues might even be revoked. The sheer energy YoungBoy brought to his shows forced organizers to reconsider crowd safety measures, with whispers of armored vehicles and drone surveillance becoming almost standard for his events. Meanwhile, the buzz around the track continued to pressure NLE Choa, who found himself publicly criticized not only by fans but also by high-profile commentators, painting him as someone who underestimated YoungBoy's strategic genius. But the consequences went beyond security. Social media analysts and fake investigative sources suggested that the industry might see realignment in allegiances. Some executives reportedly advised their artists to steer clear of engaging with YoungBoy publicly, with claims that crossing him could end careers before they start. Even journalists covering the rap scene noted that YoungBoy's influence had shifted from a purely musical presence to a cultural force, capable of shaping narratives, fan movements, and public opinion. His subtle jabs at NLE Choa, paired with calculated appearances on Instagram Live and sold-out performances, cemented the idea that YoungBoy had mastered not only the mic but the optics surrounding him. Public reaction intensified as fans and influencers debated the implications of YoungBoy's rise. The narrative that he was untouchable spread quickly, fueling viral hashtags and discussion threads. Speculation about future diss tracks, collaborations, and industry rivalries reached fever pitch, with some claiming this was a turning point in modern rap history. Meanwhile, commentary from figures like Charleston White and DJ Academics kept the story in headlines, reinforcing YoungBoy's dominance while casting NLE, Choa, as a cautionary tale for those who overestimate their reach. In the end, Zero IQ wasn't just a freestyle, it was a blueprint for power in the rap game. It showcased YoungBoy's ability to control the narrative, command respect, and create consequences that rippled far beyond a simple track. Competitors learned the hard way that underestimating him could have public, professional, and even legal repercussions. And as fans replayed the freestyle, dissected every line, and shared clips of the chaos surrounding it, the message was clear. NBA YoungBoy didn't just respond, he redefined the hierarchy of the rap world. And anyone daring to challenge him would face more than just lyrics. They would face the full force of his influence. So, what do you think? Can anyone really step to NBA YoungBoy now? Or has he truly claimed a throne?